What's up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos, and you're watching some Battlefield 4 gameplay on Lansang. I hope I said that right, damn. And there's Levolution all around you. The actual dam doesn't blow up in this match, but it starts to deteriorate through the match. The electrical towers blow up. The whole power grid on the left side blows up. This is Conquest mode. You guys enjoy that in the background, and some of the vehicles that are on this map, depending on the game type, there's 2 types of tanks, there's 4 types of helicopters, there's a jet, there's 2 types of jets, and there's transports. I don't get a lot of kills, but I try to help control this center tower C, I believe, throughout the game. And Battlefield 4 is here. It's amazing. The servers are really quick to get you in a match. That's the best thing about it for me so far. And let me know what you want to see on the second part of this commentary I'm about to start. What kind of Levolution would you like to see? What map? Let me know in the comments section. Now, we're going to talk about something very personal to me, and I've debated back and forth for a while on sharing this with you guys, and I just never came to a conclusion that I wanted to, but I thought, you know what? I'm intertwined with my viewers and subscribers and fans, so I want to share my life with you guys, and maybe this will help somebody down the road. Who knows? And this isn't easy for somebody. It's not easy for somebody to tell a story that shows them in a not good light. Not necessarily in a bad light, but when they make mistakes. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys. It's going to be a 2-part episode. The first part is going to be my gambling story, the good years. And we're going to get into that right now. And if you want to see part 2 tomorrow, drop a like. And that will be the bad years, where it really gets juicy on what happened with gambling. Let me talk about gambling real quick. So when I'm talking about gambling, I'm talking about sports gambling in particular. And you can gamble on anything. You can go to casinos. You can you can gamble on sports, you can gamble wagering on matches, all kinds of stuff. But I'm mainly going to be talking about sports. And let's go back about 7 or 8 years, and I first saw Bodog in Sports Interaction online, and I never really got into gambling. So I checked them out, put a little money in, got some bonuses, started betting some baseball. And what I found was I was really good at it. And I was very, how would you say, methodical. I tracked everything. I checked stats. I did all that. And I started out really low, $10 a game I'd bet. It just depended on the games. I may bet 6 or 7 games a day. I learned about the spreads. I learned about the run lines. I learned about everything, the in and outs of how it works when you want to bet on sports. And I did that for a while, enjoyed it, made a little bit of extra money, and went about my way. Not too long after that, me and my sister opened 2 sports bars. And we ran them, and I got into playing pool. I've been playing pool for a while. That's right, pool, 9-ball, 8-ball. And a lot of people, most of you don't know this, but I'm very, very good, or I was very good at pool, to the point of going to city and regional and state championships with our league in 9-ball. And I also, when I was running the sports bar, I would gamble every weekend. I would bring home $200 or $300 cash just by playing other people on pool. I was good enough to the point where I could give people weight. What that means is if you're playing 9-ball and they're not as good as you have to find that balance. So you give them like the 8 and the 9-ball. So technically the 8-ball would act as the 9-ball for them as well, if you know anything about pool. So they have 2 money balls, a better shot. But when in reality, I was good enough to where it didn't matter. They thought they had a chance, but they really didn't, and I would make money that way too, which was another form of gambling. So that's where I kind of got the taste and the rush for gambling was online sports betting. I was doing good at it, and a lot of gambling when it came to pool when I was running the sports bars, and I was really good at that as well. So I took it to the point after that, my mind never stops. I always want to push. And I wanted to figure out a way to generate money off the skills that I had when it came to picking. Winners in games and stuff like that. So I actually made a website, a handicapping website. If you don't know what handicapping means, that's what you do when you pick the winners of games. You're a handicapper. And you could actually be what's called a tout, a sports tout. And those are the guys that you pay to pick your games. You pay them up front, package deal, or they take a percentage of your winnings. A lot of you have probably seen 2 for the Money, and that story actually relates really good with my real life story, actually almost to a T. Not quite the drama of what he went through, but on some points it was. So I actually kind of became a sports tout, and people would go to my website, they would buy packages, and you had different styles of packages. You could get 1 pick a day, 3 picks a day, you could get a day's worth of picks, you could get a week, you could get a month, you could get a year. And that actually went pretty well too. I had my own website. I'm not going to name the website, it's not around anymore, but I was doing good at that. I had like, I don't remember how many. I think I had like 50 or 60 people signed up with package deals that would use my picks every day. And I know I was picking anywhere between 60 and 64%, sometimes a lot higher. You may say that's low, but over the long run, if you can pick anything above 54 to 56%, you're doing good because you have to outrace that juice. And what I mean by juice, you're learning a lot of definitions here if you don't know what these means. Juice is what the house takes. So you may gamble. Let's say you want to bet $100 on a game. Well, you have to bet 110 to win 100 on a normal type game if there's 10% juice, things like that. So you can't pick 51% of your winners and come out ahead because you have to adjust for that juice. So you actually have to pick better than that. You have to pick like 54 to 56. And I was doing over 60, which was really good. The people that were using me were winning, and things were great. So then I took it to the point where I got introduced to a real-life bookie. And this was the first time I had got involved in this. And that's where things got pretty crazy. We're going to talk about the good parts. And then the next video, I'm going to tell you why it went really bad and sour. And maybe you can take a life lesson out of what I went through. So I got involved with a bookie, still doing online sports, still doing the website. And I started betting real life with a bookie. And then the bets started getting bigger. They went from $100 a game to $1,000 a game, or $2,500 a game. And there was a point in my life where every week I was getting an envelope of cash anywhere from a couple $1,000s up to $10,000, $15,000. That's right. I was getting cash, winning games, and getting chunks of money that big. There was 2 points on an online sports book where I put in $200, and I rolled it up over $10,000. I did that twice. Things were great. I could buy whatever I wanted. I had extra money. I mean, things were really, really good, and I felt unbeatable. I felt like I couldn't take a hit. I could beat the system, and I made a lot of money doing it. And it got to a point where a $100 bet wasn't good enough. It had to be a $1,000 bet or a $2,000 bet. And we're going to stop there. At the peak, I was doing very, very well. Lots of cash, money rolling in everywhere. Life was good. So in the next video, I'm going to explain to you what happened when the winners got stopped, when I stopped being able to pick winners, when things didn't go my way. So tune in for that, guys. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you can appreciate me opening up on this. This was a really big life lesson and thing that I went through, and I'm happy to share it with you guys, and I will see you on the next video.